show him multiple things. He wasn't just there about a window. He just was coming because I called, actually. So that's why I said no, he wasn't there to fix the window, because he didn't know anything about the work order. I told him about the work order. And actually he was not there at 9:30 because there was no emergency. Me and him had a whole conversation. And ma'am, my daughter, who is 19 years old.
Ms. Marshall, slow it down. Listen, Mr. Thornton has testified that you told him to leave.
No, I didn't.
Mr. Thornton, why do you believe she told you to leave?
I was standing there with another tech, Anthony, and when we stepped in, she said that she was upset with the front office and that she felt like they were playing games with her. And she sat there and like went off about the front office for about 30 or 40 minutes. And I pleaded with her. I said, for the time that you've been going off, I could have changed the window out and been out of your hair, and we can close out the work order.
The content presented in this video is intended for commentary, analysis, and educational purposes, and is protected under the principles of fair use as defined by U.S. copyright law. Today, we delve into the Landlord/Tenant Docket of the Honorable Judge Elizabeth DiSanto, where a battle of repairs and resident rights takes center stage. Our spotlight falls on a fast-talking tenant who claims that her landlord has repeatedly failed to address crucial repairs in her apartment. The laundry list of grievances is long, and the tenant's frustration is palpable. To add fuel to the fire, the maintenance workers, who were finally dispatched to rectify the situation, arrived over an hour late, further fueling the tenant's discontent. The tenant's attitude and demeanor make it abundantly clear that she's had enough, and she's not holding back. But, as with any case, there's another side to the story. Representing the leasing office, the superintendent is present in court, prepared to present their side of the tale. The question looms large on this one: is the tenant an entitled motormouth Karen, as some might suggest, or do her claims hold water? Judge DiSanto is tasked with deciphering the veracity of the tenant's grievances. Will she side with the tenant or the landlord? Stay tuned to find out.
Counsel, whoever the individual is at the Southgate Apartments, please remove your hat. You're in court. Thank you. And counsel, who is this individual?
This is the maintenance personnel, Roger. And Roger, can you please state your name for the record?
No, I'm the maintenance supervisor. My name is Justin Thornton.
Excuse me. I apologize, Your Honor. Your Honor, if I could just let you know.
Hold on. I need Mr. Thornton to please please spell his first and last names.
First name Justin, last name Thornton.
Yes, can you spell those, please?
P-H-O-R-N-T-O-N. And that's senior.
T-H-O-R-N-T-O-N. Okay. And Justin's J-U-S-T-I-N?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And counsel, what was it that you wanted the court to know?
Oh, I just wanted to indicate to the court, the last hearing, we had agreed that we would enter the defendant's unit. A time and date was set for that. There was an emergency on the premises, and so the landlord couldn't get right at that time. And correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Thornton, but it was set for 9. They didn't get there until 9:30. The defendant was there at 9:30, but she was not, my understanding is did not permit entry. And so, but that's why I have Mr. Thornton here. I have Ms. Long, the property manager. It became very combative with Ms. Marshall, and it was just talking over each other. And I did not find any value to continuing to do that.
Okay, so Ms. Marshall and Mr. Thornton, if you can both please raise your right hands. Ms. Marshall, I need you to stop walking around, please.
Okay, I had to move because the baby was crying. I didn't want him.
Okay, I appreciate that. Okay. All right, please raise your right hand, ma'am. Do you solemnly swear from testimony about to give this matter the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, Ms. Marshall?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Thornton?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. And so, Ms. Marshall, there was a date that was set for maintenance to enter into your apartment, correct?
Yes, and actually,
okay, hold on. Please hold on. Stop.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Excuse me. for right now, I'm just going to have you answer the question that's asked, okay?
Okay.
All right, and so that date was this past Tuesday, correct? The 26th?
It was Monday, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, Monday, the 25th.
It was Monday at 9:30, if I'm not mistaken.
That was the time that was set, Monday at 9:30?
Yes, because remember, we was trying to work around the time for me to drop my kids off and get back
Yes.
home. And 9:30
Yes.
was the time.
Okay, so it was set for 9:30 on Monday, the 25th.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and what time
Well,
did somebody?
they came at,
What time? Please, we are recording. We can only record one at a time. I can't have anybody speaking over anybody. So
Okay.
please let me finish my question before you begin the answer. What time on Monday did somebody appear for maintenance?
actually, I called. Nobody appeared. I called.
Nobody
And
appeared at all.
after I called, then someone appeared.
Hold on.
And that was at
Excuse me.
10.
No,
That was
just
at like
please,
10:45.
Please, ma'am. There's a reason I'm asking the questions in the way I'm asking the questions,
Okay.
okay? So please, so nobody arrived at 9:30, that's what your testimony
No, ma'am.
is.
They arrived at 10:45.
Ma'am, the answer to the question is, no, nobody arrived at 9:30, correct?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so then that's it, that's the end of the question, the end of the answer at this point. Mr.
Okay.
Thornton,
Yes, ma'am.
were you at the home? Did you go to the home on the 25th?
Yes,
What time did you arrive?
10:30.
Okay, and did you know that it was set for 9:30 a.m.?
Yes,
Why were you not there at 9:30 a.m.?
because we had a emergency. There was a water leak that broke and we had to get to it right away because it was spraying everywhere and it took us a minute to get it together and shut it down.
Okay, did anybody notify Miss Marshall that there was going to be a delay?
No,
Okay. Miss Marshall, were you home at 10:30?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And so Mr. Thornton came to your home at either 10:30 or 10:45, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And did you open the door for Mr. Thornton?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Thornton, you went into the home?
I stepped in and I looked at what needed to be done. Yes,
Okay, and what needed to be done?
the window needed to be replaced, which was what was on the work order to be done.
Okay, and so did you replace the window?
No,
Okay, was that what you were going there to do, was to replace the window or to confirm it needed to be repaired or replaced?
no, I was gonna replace the window, but the tenant told me not to and to leave.
Ms. Marshall, was Mr. Thornton at the home?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and was he going to be replacing the window?
Well, actually, he asked
No,
me.
ma'am, no, not well, actually, it's yes
No,
or
that's
no.
not.
Was
No,
he there?
that's not. No, that's
Was
not why
he
he
there?
came over. No.
Stop interrupting me and please answer the question. Was he there to replace the window?
No.
No, he wasn't.
No.
What was he there to replace or repair?
Well, see, that's why See, I don't know if you just want me to answer yes or no. That's I feel like
No,
I feel like you.
Ma'am, that's not a yes or no. That's give me a specific item that he was supposed to be repairing or
Okay, so
replacing. Not a
so
whole
I would have to.
backstory, just the item.
Well, that's why he came over because I called.
What item did you expect for him to repair when he arrived?
Well, of course, I was calling because they were supposed to come for the window. But
Okay,
he
so
said he did
he
not
was
know
there-
nothing about. He said he didn't know anything about the work order. That's what he told me.
Ma'am, you just testified that he wasn't there to replace the window, but that's what needed to be replaced was the window.
So that's why I need to explain it, because only if I explain it would you understand it from how I understand it. Maybe my perspective is different from yours, or what I got from the exchange between me and Justin.
Did you ask Mr. Thornton to leave before the window was
No,
replaced?
no, I didn't. No,
You didn't.
no. And actually, Justin gave me his number for me to call him to schedule for him to come do the repairs.
Okay, so when this is what I understand. When somebody wasn't there at 9:30, you called the office or maintenance, and then 10:30 is when somebody arrived. Correct so far?
So I called the office at 10:30. And I called and I talked to Megan. And Megan told me she was not aware. So she sent Justin over. Justin asked me when he came over, he said, "What do you need to be repaired?" I told him that they were supposed to be there at 9:30, court ordered. He did not know anything about that. I told him about that. So I told him about the window. I showed him all throughout the house. I showed him multiple things. He wasn't just there about a window. He just was coming because I called, actually. So that's why I said no, he wasn't there to fix the window, because he didn't know anything about the work order. I told him about the work order. And actually he was not there at 9:30 because there was no emergency. Me and him had a whole conversation. And ma'am, my daughter, who is 19 years old.
Miss Marshall, slow it down. Listen, I'm also a very quick speaker. I talk very fast, but I feel like you're a few miles an hour faster than I am right now, and we need to record what's being stated. Okay, so your testimony that he wasn't there to fix the window is based upon the fact that he claimed he didn't know he was supposed to be there to fix the window?
So, actually, when I called over there at 10:30,
ma'am, my question,
sorry,
please answer my
loud.
question.
I couldn't hear you. It was loud. And I'm sorry.
The reason why you testified that he wasn't there to fix the window is because you're claiming that he told you he didn't know anything about it.
Yes.
Okay, but he was there to fix the window, whether he knew about it beforehand or not. He was there to fix the window, correct?
Well, actually, he was there to look to see what was wrong.
About the window, correct?
Not just the window. He was just in general.
Okay, so now we're back to my other question then. What other items was he supposed to be there to look for that needed to be repaired?
Well, the water heater is leaking. He said that it needed to be replaced, that it is no longer basically.
Ma'am, my question was the items. Please list the items. I don't want anything else other than the items.
The water heater, the back door, the doorknob, it keeps coming off. It was something in the bathroom that I showed him as well.
What was that?
I think it was the drain.
Okay, anything else?
Oh, in the toilet seat, yes.
Anything else?
I think it was like a panel that's go from, you know how the floor connect from one room to another is a panel that needs to be laid right there. I think that too.
The threshold
Yes.
between which two rooms?
The kitchen and the dining room.
Anything else?
No, I think that was it. And
Okay.
but I did let him know that I did do a checklist.
Hold on, ma'am, hold on.
Okay.
Okay, so. The work order, Mr. Thornton, that you had received, what items did it have on it?
Just the last thing was the broken glass, the window to be fixed.
There wasn't anything on there about the hot water tank or the hot water heater, the water tank?
No, ma'am.
Nothing on there about the back door?
No, ma'am.
Anything out on there about the bathroom?
No, ma'am.
The threshold between the kitchen and the dining room?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Ms. Marshall, who did you speak to or who did you address your concerns with via email regarding these items you just listed off?
No, that's not what no, Justin was the person I told about him. He told me he was the maintenance supervisor and I told him.
Ma'am, I'm sensing a lack of understanding or communication somewhere. Maybe it's on my part, I don't know. I asked you, so the work order initially was supposed to be for the window, correct?
Yes, so Judge, can I?
Please, was the work order supposed to be for the window?
I don't know what the work order that he said he didn't have a work order. That's what I'm saying, trying to get you to understand. He didn't have a work order.
I understand that. I understand that there was not a work order. What I'm trying to understand is what the understanding was for what needed to be repaired as to why Mr. Thornton was there in the first place. Because my understanding was the window, and now you've indicated 5 more things. So I'm trying to understand for the date of September 25th at 9:30 a.m., what the purpose of Mr. Thornton being there at the same time you were was for what? The window, correct?
Yes.
Okay, all right. I understand that there may be some other issues, but when we adjourn this matter and we set the date and time for you to be home for maintenance to arrive, that was for the window, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now we are of the understanding as to what the purpose was there. Whether or not he had the work order, that's clearly a thing with administration, I don't know. In any event, he was there at your home, correct? On the 25th?
Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Thornton has testified that you told him to leave.
No, I didn't.
Mr. Thornton, why do you believe she told you to leave?
I was standing there with another tech, Anthony, and when we stepped in, she said that she was upset with the front office and that she felt like they were playing games with her. And she sat there and like went off about the front office for about 30 or 40 minutes. And I pleaded with her. I said, for the time that you've been going off, I could have changed the window out and been out of your hair and we can close out the work order. And she said no, that she was going to speak to her attorney. And she took my phone number because I asked her, after you speak to whoever you need to speak to, I would like to come back and fix the window. And that's why I initially gave her my phone number, because I wanted to come back and fix it. And from that date until now, she hasn't called for me to come back and fix the window. She told us to leave, so I left.
Okay, Ms. Marshall, did that conversation occur?
No, that's actually nowhere near the conversation. And the thing is, I wasn't the only one home.
Hold on, excuse me, just a moment. What was the conversation?
Well, the conversation was he came over. He said, "Oh, I don't know." He rushed over there. He did not know that he was supposed to come over there. He rushed over there and he was like,
Ma'am,
what seems to be the problem?"
Miss Marshall, we've established that he didn't know.
So
right?
no, this is all gonna.
Please.
Okay.
I don't need you to keep repeating the fact that he didn't know or wasn't given the work order or anything like that. We're past that. Now we're at the point where he's inside your home.
Well, because he's inside the home.
Excuse me. We're at the point where he's inside your home, and now there's a conversation that occurred. Did you, during this conversation, did you express your frustration to Mr. Thornton regarding the front office of the apartment complex?
Well, me and him both.
Yes or no?
Yes, me and him both was frustrated with the front office.
Ma'am, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. How long do you think that conversation lasted?
Well, we walked from upstairs of my house downstairs. It wasn't 30 minutes.
Okay, this isn't.
It wasn't 30 minutes.
Can you please listen to my question? Answer only my question. If I'm asking for a question about time, I'm not asking for where you all walked. I'm asking for how long. That's in minutes, hours, seconds, whatever. Not however, wherever else you walked in the home. So, how long did the conversation take?
No more than 10 minutes, ma'am.
Okay. At the end of that conversation, did you tell Mr. Thornton to leave?
No.
Okay.
No, I never told him.
Mr. Thornton, at what point of the conversation did Miss Marshall tell you and Anthony to leave?
She said it about 3 or 4 times through the entire conversation. So it wasn't just one time, because I'm not there to talk about everything personal. I'm there to fix whatever needs to be fixed. So that's why I kept asking her, can I just go ahead and fix it? No, I talked to my boyfriend. He said, don't let y'all in. I think they playing with me in the front office. I need to speak to my attorney. And those are things that she repeated throughout the conversation, and we weren't getting anywhere. So it was just like, okay, like I said, if you want us to come back and fix it, here's my phone number. I'll come back and fix it. If not, then talk to whoever you got to talk to, and we'll be back.
Okay. So ma'am, did you tell Mr. Thornton that your boyfriend said not to have them in to repair?
No, because
yes
I
or no?
yes
or no?
No.
Yes or no? No. Okay. Do you have a boyfriend?
I don't even have a boyfriend.
Did you on Monday?
No, I don't have a boyfriend. Gerard was my boyfriend. As you can see, Gerard isn't my boyfriend anymore. No, I don't have a boyfriend.
Mr. Thornton, did Miss Marshall, during the course of that conversation, did she give you a list of additional items that she was indicating needed to be repaired?
Yes.
Okay. Did she give those to you in writing?
No, it wasn't. What do you mean in hiding? Like,
no, in writing. I'm sorry.
In writing, no.
Did you write them down as she was speaking?
No,
Do you recall the items other than what she testified to today? Did you recall what those items were?
yes, ma'am.
And so was another work order put in based upon that or no?
I told her she would have, no.
What is the process for maintenance to go out to a unit to make a repair?
Well, she needs to call and put in a work order for it to be done.
Okay. And so did you at any point go anywhere else within her unit?
Yes.
Okay. Where else did you go?
Upstairs, bathroom. And
Okay. You and Anthony, I'm sorry, you and Anthony both went there?
no, Anthony hadn't arrived yet. I didn't call Anthony over there. Anthony called me because he was on another work call. And when she started going off, Anthony called me and he said that he could hear her next door. And did he want me to have him come next door as an eyewitness as to what was going on? And that's when I told Anthony to come next door as a witness to what was going on. So that it wasn't just me standing there.
Okay. All right. And so, Ms. Alkoff, how much is owed?
Your Honor, including court costs, $5,297.82.
5,200.
$5,297.82.
Okay, and so Ms. Marshall, do you have any of that back rent to pay?
I have some money to pay back, but actually I just want to move, honestly. I just really want to just move. But it seems like as soon as I try to talk to them, if I don't agree with them or something they say, they instantly say that I'm, being irate just because I disagree and we don't get nowhere. And then they don't talk to me. And then we come back in here and talk to you. And all I did was disagree with what they said. I didn't say nothing else. All I said was that wasn't the truth. So we never even got to even talk about anything because just because I didn't agree with what they said, it was, we're not going to get anywhere. Let's talk to the judge.
Well, ma'am, when people are speaking over individuals, that's not generally productive conversation.
No, but no one was speaking.
And you're doing that to me even. And I've asked you not to because we have a record that we're trying to make here. So you want to relocate? You have until October 10th to relocate. The court's going to indicate after a hearing that plaintiff is entitled to recover possession of the property. Ms. Marshall's aware of her right to have an attorney and she's chosen to represent herself. The amount now due and owing is $5,297.82.
Mm-hmm.
If that amount is not paid on or before October 10th, plaintiff may apply for an order evicting the defendants. Additional money may be owed if damage to the property occurs or rent continues to accrue. I'm just pulling up the complaint, just one moment. All right, as I Partial payment will not prevent the court from issuing an order evicting the defendants. Additional money may be owed if damage to the property occurs or rent continues to accrue. Money judgment will enter as that was pled for in the complaint. Court will issue indicate default against defendant Banks and defendant Dominique Marshall, as those individuals are not present. Anything else?
Well, Your Honor, so Dominique Marshall, she actually isn't supposed to be listed as a paying tenant. So it should just be me and Gerard.
Who's Dominique?
That's my sister. She doesn't even live here anymore. She live in Georgia.
Okay, was she at some point an occupant or was she on the lease?
No. She was on the lease, but not as a paying tenant.
Your Honor, I'll look into that. If she's listed on the lease, which I believe is included, I'd ask she remain. Although we're not, actually, we can't get a money judgment. There was no personal service. So at this point, it would be possession only. We'll verify that. And if she's not on the lease, she'll be removed from the judgment. Okay.
All right, thank you. Okay, anything else, Ms. Marshall?
No, ma'am. That's all.
Okay, thank you. Good luck to you. The court will
Thank you. Bye-bye. Have a good weekend.
All right, you as well.
Your Honor, I have two courts waiting for me from 11 o'clock. The only thing we have left right now is Ms. Collins. Can you give me a second? Because they've been waiting. I didn't think we were going to take this long this morning, so I apologize. But
I didn't either, but I mean, apparently there's a lot of stuff to go through with the one with Ms. Collins. So
well, we're pretty much close to a resolution. So if you can give me a minute, these other courts have been, okay.
No, absolutely, I will. I'm just saying that took a lot of your time.
Yes, it did.
Unknowingly, so.
No, it's no criticism of the court whatsoever, of course.
Yeah, no, I understand. No, I understand. So, okay. All right, well, I have another matter I can do in person here, so I will do that. Okay. All right, so let's go off the record for a quick moment so I can move this here.
All comments, viewpoints, interpretations, and insights expressed in this video are for education and entertainment purposes. All individuals featured in the video are to be presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Please do not attempt to contact, locate, or engage with any individuals featured in the video.